Welcome back, dear learners. Before the ad break, we did note number 8, that is trade and other payables. And we found that the total was 58,890. Remember what I said at the beginning of this lesson. We are preparing the statement of financial position. Therefore, the amounts that we get from note number 8 must therefore be taken to my statement of financial position under my current liabilities. So under my current liabilities, I would then have what is known as trade and other payables. And then I bring my 58,890 down here. There it is, 58,890. So we want to look now, what else can be recorded under my current liabilities? The next thing that I'm going to talk about is what we call the short-term loan. You have to understand that when we have a loan, your loan will be given a period in which we're supposed to pay the loan. And in most cases, it can be 5, it can be 10, whatever number of years it can be. As long as it is more than 12 months, it becomes a long-term loan. Non-current liabilities. But a portion of the loan that gets paid within the 12 months or the next 12 months, therefore becomes a short-term loan, or we call it current portion of loan. In this case, we have a loan from FBN Bank, and the loan is for 100,000. Then information number 4 reads, 40,000 of the mortgage loan will be paid within the next financial period. What does that mean? It means of this 100,000, 40,000 of this 100,000 will be paid within the next 12 months, next financial period, that is within the next 12 months. So it means it will stop being a non-current liability and it becomes a current liability. So we will come now to our loan here, which is 100,000. Then that 40,000 is subtracted. But where do we take that 40,000 then? We take that 40,000 under my current liabilities. It simply means we are going to pay this 40,000 within the next 12 months, short-term, current liabilities. Liabilities or debts that must be settled within the next 12 months. So it comes down here, short-term loan or current portion of loan. Here's my 40,000. Remember where we got this 58,890 as well. So far I have my trade and other payables, and I have my short-term loan. Very important that you know, a portion of the loan that will be paid within the next 12 months will stop being a non-current liability. It will stop being a non-current liability, but will become a current liability, which simply means it will be paid within the next 12 months or less. All right. So hence you see here short-term loan or current portion of the loan. What else can be recorded under my current liabilities? Let's look. I have now what is known as the bank overdraft. Do you still remember what I said about the bank overdraft? This is when you withdraw more money from your account than your current bank balance. So that simply means you have borrowed more money from the bank. Therefore, it means your bank balance will cease to be positive and become negative. Remember, your bank has to be an asset. Your bank has to be an asset. That simply means it has a debit balance. When bank is an asset, it has a debit balance. So when we come to the extract of the trial balance, it must be on the debit. But when you see that your bank is now on the credit, it simply means your bank is now a liability. A liability. Bank becomes a liability when you have withdrawn more beyond your current bank balance, bank overdraft. So the moment you see bank and you see bank on the credit side, that means it is a liability. Hence, we'll call it a bank overdraft. So this 55,000 is therefore a bank overdraft. I will therefore come under my current liabilities. Remember, I have my trade and other payables, note number 8. Then I have my short-term loan, a part of the loan that will be paid within the next financial period. We have dealt with that. However, when I look at my bank here, I see that it is not on the debit side, it is on the credit side. And once my bank has a credit balance, it simply means it is a liability. So I come under my current liabilities, bank overdraft, 55,000. Very important, dear learners, that once you see bank on the credit side, you remember that it is a bank overdraft. All right. Now, we're going to get now the total of our current liabilities. And remember, we had 58,890 plus the short-term loan of 40,000 plus the bank overdraft of 55,000. It gives us the total of 153,890. That becomes your current liabilities. Where do we take that? Statement of financial position. All right? Dear learners, it is very important, once more, that you continuously practice on such calculations. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. I hope to see you again soon. It is goodbye from me.